every day you're getting an opposing view with what's happening with the world of interest rates and mortgages. I just thought I'd give you a little bit of commentary around our point of view from the broker and what we're seeing on our day-to-day life. We have seen 4 or 5 of our panel of over 100 lenders with the Mortgage Advice Bureau start to drop the rates slightly. But when I say slightly, we're talking at 0.1, 0.2. So yes, we are starting to see some movements and some stability. But the way banks and building societies work in turbulent times, it's almost like a battlefield. Each one is looking to see what the other one does before they come out with their tactics. This is where the benefit of a broker comes in. We are notified beforehand of any changes, so whether that be for a positive or negative, so therefore we can look to place the case a little bit quicker for you. One of the key things that people forget that they can do is do a product transfer. So if you're with a lender and your circumstances have changed, which many people have since COVID, whether that be increase of children, whether that be a change of position, change of hours, so you can't necessarily move the mortgage from one lender to the next, purely because your affordability isn't the same now as it was maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So with that in mind, you can go to your mortgage lender, and once the deal comes to an end, you can look to change that deal. Now, some people are aware of this, some people aren't. The other thing to be aware of is a lot of lenders, due to the volatility of the market, have allowed you to book products far earlier than they used to. So years ago, it would be up to 30 days or 90 days before your product end date that you could change or secure a new rate ready for the next chapter of your mortgage. Now they've extended that out to 6 months with some lenders. Now you are taking a gamble at any point, whether you leave it to the last minute or whether you secure it early doors. One of the benefits of using a broker is that we can check with the lenders if they will allow you to retract an offer that you've already agreed to. So as an example, if your mortgage was due to finish on the 30th of September 2023 and we secured a rate today with a lender, and the rates now subsequently drop, we can contact the lender and some will allow you to retract that existing offer for the lower rate. Now, not all lenders do it, but that's where the brokers come in, because we have the knowledge of who does and who doesn't, and who to contact if we don't know ourselves, because we have new lenders on the panel all of the time. Something else to consider is inflation, which is really the driving force behind interest rates changing. The inflation rate has dropped this month to 7.9, and that's through the aggressive raising of the Bank of England rate. It's up to whether the Bank of England feels that if they want to curb inflation further, whether they push that Bank of England rate further up. That changes from week to week, even within the Bank of England's thinking. Something else that affects interest rates that most people aren't aware of are service levels. So lenders were really keen to ensure that their service levels remain consistent throughout. So if they have got a particularly low interest rate, they will see a surge of business. And as such, their service levels will be affected by this. The transactional net promoter score is really, really important to lenders, and this is where they get their awards from. So they will be very keen to maintain this throughout. Certain times of the year you will see, because staffing levels are lower, summer being one of them, Christmas being another, you will see change of rates because of that, because they can't maintain their normal service standards. Reach out and speak to a broker, because we may be able to, when you're panicking thinking that you can't afford your house, that's not the case, but more often than not. Speak to us, because there's always a solution that we can put in place for you and give you a hand.